How's it going, everybody? You know who it is. My name is Sun Woo, and today I'm gonna show you how to time stretch on the OPZ. Yes, you heard right, time stretch on the OPZ. Let's do it. Bang bang. Here is our loop. Let's play it while adjusting the speed. So now you heard the time stretch effect. You can hear that you can change the tempo of your sample without affecting the pitch. Of course, it doesn't sound perfect. It's a hacky workaround way, but at least it can be done on the OPZ, and in some cases it might be helpful. And now let's look into how this is achieved. First of all, let's look at our sample. Of course, the app doesn't show the sample perfectly right now, but that's okay. And I am going to set the sample to loop just for now in this sampler screen. As you might have heard, the sample isn't looping perfectly, and that's because the LFO, which we are going to use to achieve the time stretch effect, doesn't sync perfectly to your sequence. So I realized that I need to have the loop that I want to use plus a little bit of audio material at the end in order to achieve a perfect loop with the time stretch effect. So make sure to sample a bit longer than the actual loop that you want to be using. All right, now I can turn the sample on back to one-shot mode. All right, we get out of the sampler now. And the next step is gonna be using the LFO. Our LFO is turned to attack, as you can see here already, and its shape is a saw wave shape. It's important that it's the saw wave that is synced to the pattern and not the one that is re-triggered with every step or every trigger that you enter. So we go to the saw wave that is in sync with the sequence. We have it set to attack, and this means that as our sequence progresses, as the LFO goes up in its shape, the start point of our sample will be later and later in the loop. So if this is my whole loop, the first sample starts here. First time it's triggered, it starts here, then it starts here, then it starts here, then it starts here, and so on and so forth. The depth needs to be turned all the way up, and our rate will depend on the length of the sample we are using, but for this sample, I figured this is the right LFO rate. Okay, what we need to do next is select our sample right here, that's where it's at. And I'm going to enter one step. I could also enter this step across all these steps, but I'm using the lazy method right now. So enter the sample that we want to be using right here and change the length of our sequence from 16 steps to just one step, meaning now this one step will repeat at every step in our main sequence. And now to make it repeat even more often in between, we are going to use the multiply step component. So hold shift, press this step, press the multiply, and which value you are using again will depend on the length of your sample and the speed you want to be using it at. But for now, I choose 3. So far, so good. Let's hear it again. Now let's adjust some values while it's playing so you can hear what differences these settings actually make. See, it's doubled in speed right now if I change the LFO this way. And now it's super slow. back to normal. Okay, now I'm going to play with the multiplier values. Sounds a little bit better actually. That sounds worse. Kind of a cool glitchy effect as well, but 2 sounds best for now. But once I slow the loop down, this will sound worse than number 3. Let's slow it down. See if I use the multiply by 2 now. It will be more skippy. So a higher value is better when you are slowing it down further. Alright, let's turn the tempo up again. Now multiplier again to 2. And now what we can also do is, now we can change the pitch of our sample independently from the speed it's playing at. Now I gotta turn the multiplier up again when I pitch it up. Alright, and that's already everything you need to know to get started using time stretch on the OPZ. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you want to see more. And a special thank you goes out to Jake, one of my Patreon subscribers, for giving me the idea for this video. And another special thank you to all my other Patreon subscribers. I appreciate you guys. If you also want to be a Patreon supporter, check the link in the description. If you hate subscriptions, check the coffee link in the description. If you don't like giving money to anyone, just watch my videos. I also appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Peace.